National Signing Day 2023. Steve Lloyd-Jones with you, along with new head coach Scott Wooster. Great to see you again, Scott. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
Has it hit you? Has the title kind of sunk in?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the last 2 weeks and just going to work, getting things done. I don't know if there's been a chance to sit back and do that yet, but busy's good, man.
Yeah.
Love to be busy. So, yeah, just the last 2 weeks in terms of, hey, first of all, making sure we're taking care of our locker room and keeping the relationships that are going and making sure there was confidence and trust moving forward. And then when the announcement was made, just making sure that they understood the path and trajectory and the excitement that we have going towards 23 in the future. And then, yeah, go to work on this signing class, Steve.
Yeah.
Just finishing this thing up and super excited about it, man.
Yeah, 16 offensive players, 15 defensive players. You get a specialist, so 32 total, but good balance.
Yep.
And tell us more about this, how, yeah, obviously a heavy Michigan presence, but you guys go into the Midwest as typically is done. And, you're able to zero in due to some of the, past recruiting classes. You can be a little more selective if you want to in some positions. Talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Number one, to me, Steve, 75% of this signing class is right from the state of Michigan. And we're super proud of that. I'm a former high school coach in the state of Michigan, so I know full well what the development, the character, and what those guys are developing and bringing to us. So that was super important to us and to me, is signing and sticking right here at home. And then obviously working into that footprint of Chicagoland, Indiana, and into Ohio as well. But then you talk about the balance of it. If you go back to the 21 class, the 22 class, there's probably a little bit heavier offensive signee classes. So we really wanted to balance that thing out. And then be able to really dial in, not just for 23, but now we're looking at 24, 25, 26. And I think we were really able to do that, especially late. If you look at this list, we've accelerated the recruiting process, and we're really going, June and July, and get some guys on campus and getting them committed even before their senior year. So there's about 20 of those guys that were part of that process. And then what we really did late in the recruiting game, December and then into January and just the last couple weeks here, is really address some need areas for the future at defensive line, at defensive back, where, man, 2023, we're really excited about it, but then, okay, what about 24, what about 25, what about 26? So some of those guys off their senior tape just really developed and had awesome senior years, and we jumped on that, got them on campus, and then obviously got them signed today.
The transfer portal, a big part of what coaches have to deal with, players dealing with that too. So obviously it's new for everybody as they sort things out, but you and I talking off camera, it can be a positive too. Tell us why that is.
Yeah, Steve, I mean, it's just like anything else. The rule's the rule. It is what it is, right? So if the transfer portal's out there, let's make the best of it. Let's attack it and make the best of it. And there's been a window of opportunity for us because maybe there's some other programs that would typically be recruiting and signing the guys that are on this list right here that maybe are looking in the transfer portal. They're looking for that 20, 21-year-old that's already been developed. And such a big part of our culture is recruit, retain, and develop. So maybe we're getting that guy that might have a few years ago signed in Division I because those Division I's are looking elsewhere for those guys. So it's been a huge window of opportunity for us to go after maybe I don't want to say more talented, but that type of player. And those type of players are up and down that list you're looking at right now, Steve, and we're really excited about that.
So final thought, Scott, for guys, you're recruiting these players and all across the board, especially those, like you say, that are kind of making those last-minute decisions. Why Grand Valley? What's the message that comes across that you're like, hey, this is where you need to be? How do you do that?
I mean, we're standing right here looking at lovers, and but no, it's the ultimate college football experience, Steve. And I think as guys get on campus, as guys engage with coaches, and then more importantly, the brotherhood, our players, our roster, they see that, the degree and the opportunities that come with the Grand Valley State degree. The location, the NFL development. Tomorrow morning, Coach Fitzham and I are getting on a plane. We're going to go watch Q in the East-West Shrine game. Matt Judon's down there in Vegas for the Pro Bowl, so we're going to get a chance to hook up with him. The NFL development, the championships, right? And then that brotherhood. So I think when guys get on this campus and they engage with us as coaches, but more importantly, that brotherhood, the guys on the roster. We had a visit last weekend where they really got to to get to know them and connect with them and build those relationships, yeah, they see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than this, man. You
No,
can't beat
not at all.
it. It's
Not at all.
one-on-one, man. It's
That's
one-on-one.
right. Well, 32 players signed in this class. Scott, congratulations on the job, and job well done here. National Signing Day, great group. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Steve. Really appreciate it. Anchor up.